Hey everyone, welcome to the next session. Okay, today we gonna look at the command we call cd, which is stands for change directory. Okay, change directory is nothing but now, as we have discussed last day, present working directory shows me where I am. Like the exact place where I'm in. Okay, so if I type who am I, it will show the user, like in which name I have logged in. Okay, so likewise I can check this if I'm changing my like user. Su means switch user. Okay, I'm switching my user to Darshi. Now if I check now, it will be showing a different username. Okay, because I have logged in as a different user, not as root. Okay, and I can check my present working directory. Here it shows as /home Darshi. Okay, here the tilt symbol showing us that I'm a normal user and I'm staying inside the home directory. Okay, now yeah, so likewise I can do things. Okay, don't worry about these commands. I will be explaining you them one by one. So today the topic that we need to discuss is change directory. So let's make a directory. Okay, call change directory. Okay, yeah, in my where am I, like in the root directory I have created change directory. Okay, so as you can see, here is the directory that we have created. Okay, so if I need to go inside this directory, like when we are using Windows machine, we are going to this place and we are just double clicking on it, right? So likewise, this double click works here with a different format. Okay, so let's say if I'm clicking this, it's showing this. Okay, but here in the terminal, how this is happening, I'm unable to navigate throughout my mouse, right? So I will be providing a command as change my directory to change underscore directory. Okay, yeah, so when I give something like this, I'm inside this path. Okay, previously I was in this path, like home path. Now I'm in home slash change directory. Okay, root slash change directory. So let's see whether I'm correct or not. Okay, yeah, see, root then slash change directory. Okay, so okay, so what I can do is, now I'm inside this change directory. I can create another directory, call, okay, new directory. Okay, yeah. So now if I see, I'm able to see this new directory as well. Okay, if I need to navigate inside this new directory, yes, I can go use cd command, change my directory to new directory. Okay, yeah, yes, it's so I came here, like now my path is I'm inside root. Inside that, I'm inside this change directory, and then inside this change directory I'm in new directory. So it's like packaging, like this is the outer layer and then this one comes and then this one. Okay, and if I need to go back to this directory, okay, only like I need to go back only one path, like one location. Okay, then I can use this command change directory only, like leave me at my previous place. See, I went to my previous place, but if I need to go to the home, like a root directory, then I can go like this. Okay, this is the previous place that I was already in. Okay, but now if I want to go back to this change directory, okay, if I want go back to this directory, then what I can do is change directory and a hyphen. Now I'm back to this directory. Okay, then here it's showing Now I have moved from root directory to this change directory. Okay. So the command that I have used is change directory, then the hyphen. Okay. So now currently I'm inside this change directory, but if I want directly, like wherever I am, so let's say I'm going inside this new directory as well. Okay, I'm going inside this new directory as well. Yeah, now I'm inside this new directory, but within a step I need to go back to this root directory. Then how can I go? What I can do is I can provide only cd, then I will be come here, or else what I can do is I can provide cd plus this tilt symbol. Okay, this tilt symbol. Okay, this one. Okay, when I click this, same happens. This symbol, sorry, this symbol only cd plus home, tilt symbol gives same output. Okay, then what else I can do? Let's say I'm in this path. Okay, but I need to go back to this root path, but I don't want to use this one or this one. Okay, then how can I achieve this? That's simple. Like change directory, then go back one, and then the another. Okay, see, now I'm back to this path. Okay, and okay, let's say I want to create a directory, okay, which is having space in it. Okay, so let's say my songs is the directory that I have created. Okay, when I view this, my songs is available. Okay, songs is there, my is there. Okay, two separate file, like two separate directories have been created. Okay, so let's say I'm creating a file which name as like my songs. So you can see the file name. Okay, you can see only the directory have been created. Okay, my songs, only the directory have been created, but we don't see any file name. Okay, about my song. Okay, so what I can do is, yeah, so I can create like this, like touch include, so this is my file name. Okay, my songs. I can do this. So let's now see my songs is there. Okay, and if I want to view that file, okay, I can use this command. Okay, so I can use this command to view my file. Okay, why I cannot see anything? Cat command shows what is inside this file. So since we have created only an empty file, touch creates an empty file, right? So we have created only an empty file. So now we can edit something, like edit the things inside this file name. Okay, so let me go into this file. Okay, Vim allows us to go into the file. Okay, which provides you with read and write access. Okay, so I'm typing hi there. Okay, Linux is exciting, and powerful. Okay, yeah, I have mentioned like Linux is exciting and powerful. Now I'm saving this file. How? By pressing escape key and then a colon, then WQ. This saves, like whatever you have wrote, that will be saved. So now let's check whether the things that we have updated are showing here. Yes, hi there, Linux is exciting and powerful. Yes, it's showing me the output. Okay, okay, if I don't want to create a file, okay, I need to, like provide some text in my terminal, like in my user interface itself, okay, not inside the file. So at that point, what I can do is I can give echo, and then within the quotes, I'm Darshika. Okay, yeah. If I say this, then I'm Dashika right away. Like on the next, like on as the output, I'm getting this. Okay, this is how this echo command works. So, how can I check what are the commands that I have used until now? Okay, there is a command called history. Okay, with this history command, I can check all the commands, whatever I have used from like in this session. Okay, I have used clear, and I have made a directory named as change directory, and then long listing. This is short form of ls hyphen l. Okay, long listing. Okay, and then I have changed my directory to change directory, and I have checked my present working directory. Then I have cleared the console. Then I have created another directory, which is new directory. Then long listing, changed my directory to new directory, present working directory. I have went back on in a path, and then I have went to my previous place, and I have changed my directory to new directory. I have like this one is something which helps us to navigate to the home directory. This one also the same. Okay, this helped me to go one step back with the path. Okay, this helped me to go back two steps, and I have created a directory called my, then songs. My space songs made me to create two different directories, which was called as my and called as songs. Okay, and then I have listed, then I have created touch my songs. When I create a file which is having a space in between, file name which is having a space in between, it didn't create anything. So what I have did is I have mentioned the file name within quotes, then it have created a file. Then to like to see the inputs, like what is inside the my songs file, I have used this cat file. And then to edit, like read and write on the file, I have like used this command vim. It's a text editor. Okay, nothing but it's just a notepad. Okay, when you open notepad, you are will like you can type anything, right? So something like that. Okay, vim. Okay, vim editor, and vi is the editor, and m comes with special features, so I'm using vim. And cat, yeah, same thing. Again, I showed you what are the things that I have added. And if I need to like print anything to my terminal itself, then I can use this echo command. Okay, then I have provided with history. Okay, now let's look at some questions. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, let's look at some questions that we have here. Okay, so we have covered these things. Okay, so this one we are having, this is the first exercise. So while you are watching this video, you can pause for a while and read the question and then answer. Okay, this is my first question. Which command shows files in detailed format, including permissions, size, owner, and modification time? Like all the details it need to include. Then of course it's ls hyphen l, long listing format. Okay, so the second question, you want to see hidden files in the sense each and every file. Okay, not the current and parent directories. Okay, so ls hyphen small case a will be showing you current and parent directories. So this is not the answer, but ls hyphen a b is the answer. Why? Because this like do not include current and parent directories. Okay, yeah. So this one, which command? Okay, now you will get confused. I have like when I was creating the question, I have tapped here, so you will think this as the answer. No, but you just need to read the question and then answer. Okay, which command sorts files by last modified time but shows the oldest file at the bottom? of the list, oldest file at the bottom, in the sense it need to be, not in top. Okay, this helps me reverse, this helps me to filter the list, by showing the, you know like last edited file on the bottom, okay, not on the top. So I need to select the option shows the oldest file at the bottom, which means new file need to be at top. So A would be the answer for this. Why? Because list long listing format, and I need to format it with time. Okay, I need to filter it with time. That's all. And which option lists file sizes in kilobyte, megabyte, and gigabyte instead of bytes? Yeah, uh, we need to give the file size in human readable format. Okay, so let's say ls-s. No, I need a human readable format, right? So that will be ls-l h, human readable. Okay, this one will shows you with the long, one file at one content at a line, and this will show you with the inode. Okay, so these are the exercises that I wanted to give you. And there we have the last question. You want, if you want to, identify file types visually, which is a directory, which is executable, which is a link, for that, which option we need to give? It would be ls hyphen f. Okay, so ls-af will also give you, the entire thing, but we were asked about, identify file types visually. So this is enough. Okay, you can give this. Okay, that's all for the question exercises. Now let's look at this hierarchy. Okay, this is what we call as file system hierarchy. So inside the Linux kernel, inside Linux, we are having everything, like each and everything that we are using, or creating, everything will be stored as a file. Okay, everything will be stored as a file. So what we can do is here, so this is the top one in the hierarchy, slash is the top. Okay, and then we are having bin. Okay, and we are having boot, we are having dev, etc, home, root, run, sbin, temp, user, variables. Okay, so let me explain you one by one. See, boot, in the sense it helps the system to boot, bootable process. So what is a bootable process? When the machine starts, okay, boot process is the first thing which, gets the confirmation from the hardware devices and starts the kernel. Okay, so kernel is the thing that we call as systemd files. Okay, so first thing which will load the operating system, they are bootable files. Okay, those bootable files are stored under this boot. Okay, and we are having, we are having dev. The next one is dev. Dev is nothing but it stores anything related to the devices that we are connected to. Okay, all everything about devices. And what is this etc? etc stores the configuration file, all the configuration file. So let's say you have installed a software inside, or you have installed some packages inside your Ubuntu machine, then all the configuration files related to that software will be stored under this etc path. And cd/home, so this one, everybody, all the common users will be given with this home, file. Okay, they can access this. And root is isolated from common users. Root means super user, like a king. Okay, king is having access to navigate to any of the places in the globe, right? Not like king can navigate to any place inside his continent or inside his kingdom. So that is how root is root is being used here. And then we are having run. run stores the runtime data. Like now I'm running this presentation, so this presentation will be there in my runtime data. Okay, and then SBIN, in the sense it's super user binary, like super users only can access. Okay, so if I need to store a dump, like I'm having uh, 500 to 600 log files and I need to store them, yeah, then I can store those meta dumps there. Okay, and what is temp is nothing but it's temporary, like temporary files. If I don't use the like files which is inside this temporary within 10 days, like if I'm not if I haven't used any file for up to 10 days, means it will flush out the file that I have created under this temp. And what is this user? Yeah, user means user local. It's like the command. Okay, so the under, so whatever the user, so let's say I'm having a user called root, I'm having a user called dashi. Root is already stored here, so the other roots that we like other usernames that we are creating will be stored under this. And this is var. Okay, this var stands for variables. Okay, whatever the variables that we create, that will be stored here. Okay, so this is how the hierarchy, like file okay, this is how the file system hierarchy works under Linux. Okay, and the commands that we have covered, so cd, we have provided a directory name. Okay, okay, or else I can provide a relative path, or a like I can provide a relative path or a absolute path. Okay, let me explain that to you as well. Okay, now I'm clearing the board. Okay, so what is relative path and absolute path? So let's say, okay, so I'm going to, okay, now I'm in root. Okay, I need to navigate. I'm from root. I'm going to uh, change underscore directory and slash new, okay, underscore directory. Okay, see, now I'm inside this new directory. How I went to that, like I have provided the entire absolute path. This is the absolute path. Okay, so when we compare this to a real life scenario, okay, if you want to go to a library in New York, then you can take the absolute path. Okay, like passing this and that is how you reach the library. Okay, that is your absolute path. But if you walked, like you are in the middle. Okay, so let's say you are not walking from your home to the library, but you came to your office, and from the office you are going to library, then that is the relative path. Okay, so let's say I'm having, okay, I'm creating another, okay, I'm creating a directory. Okay, so let's say, yeah, I'm going one step back and I'm creating a directory called hi directory. Okay, so yeah, I have created a directory called hi directory, and I'm going back to the place that I was there. Okay, now I'm in here, but what I need is I need to go back to the hi directory. Then how I can do, I can go to the like absolute path with which is root slash, okay, then change underscore directory, okay, then slash hi directory. Okay, this is my absolute path. This is the absolute path. Okay, okay, it says I don't have that file. Okay, what's wrong there? I need to give a, I forgot to give that slash. Okay, so yeah, so I have typed as hi directory. Now I'm there. I have went to that hi directory. Okay, but if I, yeah, let's say I don't want to go from there, okay, not from the absolute path, but from the relative path where I am now in the new directory. But where do I need to go? Not inside the change directory. There is another directory called hi directory. I need to go there, right? So how can I navigate? Cd dot dot previous step, and then go to hi directory. This is my relative path, not is the absolute path, but the relative path. Okay, that is how, that is the difference between a absolute path and a relative path. Okay, so this is the difference. So guys, today we have covered all the things that we need to know about change directory, changing directory, and going to the different place will help you to explore more, right? So likewise in Unix, like in Linux, change directory will be helpful all over the career, okay, all over the journey. You need to understand and remember this change directory and present working directory, which helps you to find where I am, where I am actually. Okay, so these are the things that I thought to cover today. So let's see you in the next session. Thank you.